Bonjour! Bonjour!
No. Time for bladder check.
Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Haunting of Hill House Season 1, Episode 9, like that. Today I'm gonna watch the two last episodes of this Season 1 and this season about The Haunting of Hill House. If I understood correctly what is gonna happen, you know, for the show is named The Haunting and this season was about The Haunting of Hill House. But if I understood that clearly, the next season is gonna be about the haunting, but of something else, of someone else, something like that. Tell me if you know more about the season 2, if something is planned for the season 2, tell me that on the comments. You know that I'm not making research for the shows that I'm watching because I don't want to have any spoilers. I'm always watching the trailer, you know, the teaser of the new season, but not the trailers of new episodes, no promotional pictures, you know, all of the information about the cast, about what is gonna happen during the season. I'm really making any research just to avoid spoilers, so I don't know for now what is gonna happen during the season 2, so tell me if you know something about that. Okay, today I'm gonna watch the two last episodes of this season and I'm really excited, you know, to see that, to watch that, because we're gonna have the answers about everything. Like I predicted during the review of the last episode, I'm gonna put the link if you want to see my reaction video about the last episode. Like I said during this review, I was like, okay, the first half of the season we had one episode for each character, you know, each sibling. After that we had an entire episode about all of the characters. After that one episode about the dad, one more episode about all of the characters. So I think that now for this episode 9 we are gonna have an episode about the mother, because we're gonna have the answers about all of what happened, and I think that the episode 10 is gonna be about all of the characters, because we're gonna have the answers about all of what is gonna happen for them. Am I clear with that? I'm not sure that I'm clear, but you know, I predicted that during the review of the last episode, and after that I read, you know, the resume of each episode made by Netflix, and I saw that I was right about that. So I cannot wait to see that, because I cannot wait to have answers about all of what happened and is happening. If I have to resume, you know, all of my series about this show, about all of what happened, about the house, I think that the house wants all of the persons who lived into it to die into it. That's why right now the house is calling back the Crane's family to die into the house. That's my theory. That can be explained, you know, by the fact that the baby of Clara died into it, because the baby was into her belly and she was walking into the house almost all of her time, so that's why the baby died into it, you know, and that's why after that the Dudleys heard, you know, the baby crying into the house, because now the house is haunted by also the baby. That's why, you know, the Hills family died into it, and that's why Olivia and Nell died also into it. I think that the house was messing with Olivia's mind. I think that she saw all of the ghosts, but she was not really aware of the fact that she was watching them. Like for me, she thought during those moments that she was dreaming, or maybe she didn't remember them correctly, because she said stuff like she was imagining people, a boy into a wheelchair with a library and all of that, and in fact we saw that person, we saw that ghost, so it was a ghost, it was not her imagining stuff. So that's why I think that she's seeing stuff, she's seeing ghosts, but she's really not aware of the fact that she's seeing them. For her, it's just nightmares, and this ghost, the house, are forcing her to do stuff. That's why we saw her almost killing her husband and stuff like that. We'll see if I'm right or wrong about that, but for me it means that all of them, all of the Cranes, they're gonna die into this house I still have questions about the dad. I know that some of you in the comments are not happy about the fact that I'm still questioning myself about the dad, because you love the dad, you love his character, but you have to know that me, I didn't watch the last episodes, so I don't know really what happened and what is happening into this house. And for me, even if the episode about him was really interesting and I really understood more about him during his episode, I'm still wondering about some facts about, you know, what Theo saw when she touched him, the fact that he was violent with Olivia at one moment. I know that Olivia did more wrong stuff than him for now, for what I saw into the show. And I know that if I have to blame one parent for now, it would be Olivia. Like, she's the craziest one, she's the one who did weird stuff, who was seeing ghosts, who was almost killing him and stuff like that. But that thing that we saw when Theo touched him, that violent move that he had with Olivia, you know, as long as I don't know why he had that move, I'm gonna always wonder about it, and I'm always gonna be like, maybe he did something wrong also, maybe, I don't know. I really don't know, and I think that I have this impression because of the fact that we saw that violent move, we saw also him coming back from the house with blood on him without any explanations for that, and also a lot, really a lot, because of my first impression of him during the first scene of the first episode. If you didn't see it, I'm gonna put the link about this episode 1, but really my first instinct when I saw him into the screen was to say, I don't like him. I don't know why, but I don't like him. He's weird. Something is bothering me. And you don't know it because you don't know me, you know it, my personal life and all of that. But I'm really believing into my first instinct, my first impression about persons, about stuff. And that's why, you know, I always kept that into my mind about him, and I was always like, why did I have this first instinct impression? I can't change that, I can't change who I am, and my first impressions are instincts about people or stuff. And you know, when I have these impressions at first with people, with character in a show or in a movie, it's always, you know, made by the writers for me to have that. So I'm also blaming the writers for giving me that impression. And you know, that scene with him being violent with Olivia, but we didn't have any explanations for it, that scene with him coming back with a lot of blood on him and stuff like that, it's also made for us to suspect him. Like, I'm not blaming only myself for having this impression, I'm also blaming the writers for that. So we'll see about that. I'm not suspecting him anymore, but I'm still wondering about some stuff about him. So I hope that this episode, which is gonna be about Olivia, and if I'm guessing that right, about what happened into the house when the mom was into it, I think that we're gonna have the answers about what happened into this episode. I'm gonna have the answers that I want about the dad, you know. We'll see about that. And I'm still having questions also about Theo, about what Theo really know about the house. She has a sensitive power when she's touching things or people, and I know that she can't control it, I know that she can't control what she's seeing, but also the emotions, the feelings, and she can't ask for it, she just have to live it, you know, in a certain way. I know that, but I still think that maybe she knows more stuff that she's saying for now. Again, I don't know why I have this impression. A lot, I think, because of the nail thing, you know, written into the wall. It was written by the mother, and Theo touched that wall and she said to Nell, like, you didn't do it, I know that you didn't do it. And she said that with so much conviction that for me she knew that the mother did it, but in a weird way, something like that. So I'm not suspecting her, like I'm not saying that she's weird and she did something wrong, but I'm more questioning myself about what she really knew about what happened and what she really knows also about what is gonna happen. Do you understand what I mean? We'll see. But yes, I'm really excited by these two episodes, these two final episodes, and I'm prepared, you know, for really horrific episodes. For these two last episodes, I think that they're gonna really put horrific stuff, and you know that I love that kind of shows and movies, so I can really enjoy myself during it. We'll see. We'll see about that. Let's go for this episode 9. Before the storm.
I wish I could just freeze them. Keep them just like this forever. Gave me the strangest dreams. I actually like them. They relax me.
Me too.
My daughter, though, is terrified of them. I hope she moves past that.
You have a daughter?
So I cried harder. The hail came harder too. It was rocks.
What?
It was small, black stones hitting the windows, bouncing up off the ground outside. And my mom came running in. When she was bleeding from her scalp, I remember that just from running up the driveway, she got hit. And as suddenly as it started, it just stopped. I thought it was my fault. It was me. And somehow those feelings came together up there in the atmosphere. Fell right back down on me. When Daddy died, I made it rain rocks.
One of your migraine? What is happening when you have one of your episodes? Oh!
I said no, Luke.
Which one is your green room?
The red room, I think. What? Yes! You're seeing stuff which are gonna happen. Look! Look, is dead too? Oh, to talk! She's gonna... Yes! If you don't know it, all of the dead people, someone is closing their mouth and their eyes, you know, because if they are not doing that, the persons who are dead would be like stuff like that. But you knew that it was Luke and Nell.
The more I looked, the more I knew.
Yes, but it means that Luke is really dead. I really loved Luke.
I may have put too much on poor Steve.
Don't ever think that about your kid and just apologize to your kids when you are doing something wrong. Your kids are gonna remember that. For sure, believe me. Poppy? It's you? I need to be closer because it's really dark, you know.
I love what you did with the room.
The red
It
room.
was a dressing room for me.
I'm dreaming, aren't
Of course you are. I'm a dream, and so are you, and so are we. You try and keep things safe. All you can do, really, but it's hard, isn't it? Losing a child, do you think there's a thing worse than that? I dreamed I lost my little girl once. I dreamed she was choking on her own body for no reason. She breathed ragged and hot, and she would stiff, and when her eyes turned red as blood, and she'd shake. She died.
Uh-huh.
And my boy dreamed his little legs stopped working. Just
The one into the wheelchair.
he couldn't walk, cry, and bang on the walls. Bang on the walls for help. And
Bang on the walls.
for
The girls, when
He started
they were
crying, he
hearing
died.
bangs on their walls.
Yeah. So long, you made me cold in my arms.
You killed them, Poppy? The house did something wrong to them, but you killed them.
But that was just a dream. But then I woke up. And they were safe in their beds.
Okay, now we are seeing the twins. Oh, Poppy! As a ghost.
So what if they was having a dream? I mean, absolutely screaming Meemies. The worst of the worst.
Wake them up.
I mean, a dream so mean, so scary and sad, and disease and darkness. If they were stuck in that dream, you'd wake them. You'd wake them up and you'd keep them just perfect, just like they is, living you.
What do you want her to
The
do?
way to wake them up.
And why is
To
she
keep them safe
saying they is, you know?
in that dream.
I know that I'm French, but that's not correct. You're telling her to do something wrong.
Liv.
You?
Oh, that was that night, okay.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to put everything, you know, in a chronological order. Okay, you will get it. You're feeling what the house is feeling?
What if I have a worse dream? What if I dream that you kill us?
What?
What if I dream that you sent us away into the dark and we get hurt? And what if I'm so sad? I'm scared of the dark out there that I put poison in me until my
What?
poison my body breaks down.
You saw that? You saw what is gonna happen to you?
Until I'm on a silver table with my jaw wired shut. And Luke is dead and cold on the floor. And it was you that killed us because you sent us out there in the dark.
What does it mean?
Would you wake us up from a dream like that? Of course. Are we safe with you, Mommy? Are we really?
I'm trying to interpret what they just said. They were saying what happened to them after the house, you know, when they were adults.
Use your own thoughts.
To avoid that, she had to kill them now. Am I going too far or not?
I just feel
What?
terror. Them outside those walls.
You don't want them to go outside. The house is really entering into her head, you know.
Better if it's sooner. And for you, maybe even sooner than that. I've worked here a long time, and all I can tell you is that it's just as stupid and hungry as anything else. My child is not allowed to step foot in this place. Not once.
Okay.
I wasn't even gonna help.
Because of your first one, the baby.
He said it was a family, 2 children the same age as mine.
Can it be
In
Abigail?
the daylight,
Her daughter, I mean.
to keep an eye. It's just a house.
Nope.
Maybe it's different in the dark. But you know that, don't you?
I'm trying.